So we've arrived here in Afriski and we are now heading down to organise a few things. We've all arrived safely. Chip wants to do a couple of hill repeats. He's wearing shorts and flip-flops. But it's okay, he's already accepted. So yeah, we're just going down to get our bike boxes, or the boxes to fill in the gear and just get organised. And
our eggs that we put in the bike box.
And eggs, Chip reckons they're not broken because they've been padded up in the bike box.
Right, exactly.
And you saw your friends, Dardingle and the other
Yeah,
team.
so all the teams have arrived. Even the Estonians, somehow they got them in. Yeah, sitting there. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
We're good.
On the chip stuff.
So everybody's getting their SIM cards for their African number that Heidi's prepared for us. But we're off to get our bins. So here we are. So Gina, what are we doing here? Like, why are we putting on these clothes?
Okay, we are welcoming you in Lesotho. So the first stage is you're having a group photo with Lesotho blankets. These are the world's warmest blankets on earth, which is sponsored by Aranda. So, and you're going to be wearing this along with these Lesotho hats. So let's get going.
Let's get going.
So we're walking down to check in. Our check-in time's 11:30 to 12. So we went down this morning and kind of scoped it out and got the bins. Now we're going to officially check in. But in the meantime, we've been trying to figure out how we're gonna pack 6 days worth of food and gear essentially into one bin. We've got 2 bins, but bin B is essentially just a kayak bin. So we've got a little more than I think 2 regular yellow bins that we're used to, and we're trying to fit all of our food and gear in. So and we're not allowed to put any liquids or food into the kayak bag or the bike bags. So we're having our first logistical challenge of the race. You know, they say the hardest part of the race is getting to the starting line, and this is one of those. So,
and it's cold and we want thermal layers.
Yeah, it's cold.
Like,
and you know, there's gonna be limited food on the race, not like we can stop at a gas station like we do with C2C. So we've got a lot of food, just in case. So we'll see if we end up eating it all or if we can pack it all, but somehow we'll figure it out, and we'll get it done.
And we'll probably have food left over. They just built that house on the rocks, and the rocks are part of the house. That is really, really cool.
Okay, so the only thing I can't find is my bladder.
Did we just clear our check?
Yeah.
You're good to go.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
thisABILITY, like it's a play on words like disability.
Yeah.
But when we work with people with disabilities professionally, we focus on what they can do, not just what they can't. So for example, somebody with cerebral palsy, brain works perfectly. So instead of just worrying about wheelchairs and going to the bathroom and stuff, we also say, what can we do really good? So that's why the team is thisABILITY. Focus on what you can do. And we can adventure race.
My grandson is cerebral palsy.
Really? So you know exactly what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so this is pretty typical of all World Series races, or ARWS. There's always like a registration time. You come over, you check in, you immediately like go and they do gear sorts. They have the mandatory gear list. I think I had some video earlier where you see all the different squares and it shows exactly what gear you have to have for the race. Come around the corner, you get your team photo over there, sometimes with the hats, sometimes without the hats. And then as you progress around, You got to fill out your medical information for the med team. Then you have to go over the rules and regulations, sign your waivers. You got to go through a spot tracker training, because the spot tracker, of course, is the thing that you press when bad things happen and then the helicopters come. Then you come over team information, which I think is just making sure your stuff's right in the tracking system. And then also they have all the swag, so you can buy extra hats and shirts and stuff like that. Also, the other thing about international races, most of the time, obviously, when you're on an airplane, you can't take gas cans with you or CO2 cartridges for your bike. So luckily, Heidi and Stefan have it ahead of time where you can go ahead and order gas canisters, and they'll go ahead and buy them for you and have them here for sale. And then if and that way you can use your jet boil, you can boil water for your rehydrated meals. So this is half the fun. A lot of teams know each other. We know a lot of the volunteers, and so it's like a big family reunion. Everybody loves this day. It's a little low stress. Show off your gear, get to chat around, and then now it gets down to go time, where we're gonna have to head back and start packing our gear, get it ready for the race, meaning the paddle bag and what's gonna be in gearbox A and gearbox B, and how is it gonna progress through the course. And then the hard part is we come right back here at 2 o'clock today, because right now it's like 11 or 12. We gotta come back here at 2 o'clock, and we're gonna do the race brief where they tell us all kinds of information. Then we gotta go back all the way up the hill back to our place and resort our gear based on the new information that he told us at the race brief. And then we gotta run back down and do dinner and opening ceremony, all this other stuff. So it's just gonna be a crazy day. Either way, it's a lot of fun. Welcome to Adventure Racing World Series. Shirts for sale.
Hi Jay, this is Saish. I'm from Bangalore, India. Represent Nth Adventure. We organize adventure race back in India, across India. We organize 24 and 48 hours race. Coming June, we have a regional championship race in June in a place called Karnataka. And 2023, we'll be planning for an expedition style race. Let's hope.
Yes.
Thank you, Shape.
And how many days?
We are not sure yet. It will be somewhere around planning for 350 to 400 kilometers.
Yeah, so 3 or 4 days maybe?
Yeah, 5 max.
5
6
max?
max, yes.
And that's going to be an ARWS demonstration race?
Yes. I'm not sure. We need to check with the ARWS yet.
Yeah.
We'll be following all the ARWS rules, but still we need to working on it actually.
Yep.
Too early for us to tell about that.
Right. Is it going to be high altitude, or what's the...
It can be both. It can be coastal it's going to be coastal to the summits, like mountain.
Yeah,
yes.
good. Whitewater?
We are checking actually. We have a couple of whitewater sections over there,
Yep.
and we need a lot of permissions.
Yeah.
Which is actually you can find rapid 3 and 3 plus rapids. So we need to take permissions for all. So
Yep.
we're still working on it.
Nice. How about any animals? Can you
Oh
can you do
yes,
that?
there are a few wildlife sections. There are a few national parks,
Yep.
and for sure we will be not allowing you to go there. We'll take all the precautions about it, and we have tiger reserve next to it.
Yeah.
So
Tiger Resort.
Yes, tiger reserve. So we'll make sure you will not enter it.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Hopefully in 2023 we can come over.
Yes.
We would love to do that race.
Yes, we welcome you, Chip.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi guys. Welcome to Expedition Africa.
Yes, so how do we summon a helicopter?
Just press this and get ready with the check.
And 10,000 rand.
No, that's less than that. Not more.
Okay.
Yeah. So, any prior experience with the spot
Yes.
trackers?
No.
That's
So you having fun, Josie?
Yes, always.
Always having fun.
Yeah.
And you're doing the
I must
waivers,
have fun
right?
Because I must make the teams
Yes.
happy. So
Yes.
they will face a really tough race. So
Yes.
must make
It's going to be hard. Cold.
fun. Yeah.
Hi. Just walking up and down, you get out of breath. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. Good. So glad you were here at this race. This is fun.
Good.
Catching up. Like a family reunion.
Glad to see you.
Who do you think should carry the heavy part? Here, jump in here. Let's go. Get him all.
What about crossing rivers? Is it allowed to swim and?
So that the questions that what he said, tell them to put the question.
Yes.
Welcome to Expedition Africa. So this is your spot tracker. So hope you have some experience with this tracker.
Yep.
Great. So we'll give you a fresh pace of battery with this tracker on the start line, not now. And this will be your turn on button. Press and hold it for 3 seconds, it will turn on. And these lights, these two lights will start blinking.
So we get a whole pizza when we get to the finish line. Yay! Heidi, are you warm in your blanket?
I am warm, and you? Oh,
Yes.
But I think you need.
I'm training
Okay, you
for
said.
cold weather, yes.
Can you see this
Are
weather?
you excited about the course?
Oh,
It's gonna be hard.
it's always.
It's all about love and let Stefan punishing us, right?
You're gonna find yourself in the mountains. Yeah.
Yes.
You'll find
In the
out
rain,
who
in the
you really
cold.
are.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got 3 women, they can carry me through the race.
And the
It'll be
girls
good.
gonna walk through all their things.
Yes. All right, we're done with check-in and we're off to go have lunch. Hey, Susan. Hey, this is what it's gonna look like in 3 days. Crossing the finish line. Maybe 5 days, who knows? They haven't told us how long the race is yet. So, because I don't think they know how long the race is yet. So top teams will probably finish in 3, and then those of us that enjoy ourselves and go a little slower, you know, 4 or 5, who knows?
And officially, we'd like to say welcome to everyone. How do you feel? So I thought, you know what? Let's just get all the guys who is doing it. We got the losers that had to lots of stories how we got it. But anyway, it's kind of here, so that's quite a lot. France, we've got so many people from France. Stand up for our French. Of America.
Disability, choice insurance.
So we're headed to the Q&A tonight at 6:30. We have to have our gear turned over by 8, and we kind of wish we had already done that. We're gonna have to try to find a vehicle to come get our stuff because it's pretty far
And heavy.
and when we turn it in, we expect that the weight's gonna have to be shifted one way or another to our other bins or something. It's really hard to fit 5 days of food, especially in one bin for 4 people, and try to also pack in some extra clothes and stuff. So it's been a real challenge. So we'll see how it goes.
How you like the sunset?
Beautiful.
We have a huge canyon in the back there that's all purple. It's
And
beautiful.
I love that it's not raining.
Yes. Like it spit rain for like what? An hour or 2 today? But it wasn't bad.
I mean, if you'd call it rain.
Yeah.
It wasn't even really, it wasn't really drizzle either, so I don't know.
Yeah, not bad.
Merci beaucoup.